Do young people and older people benefit differently from traveling? Well, first of all, let's talk about the general benefits. Is mostly relaxing and exploring new things, but uh, when you go into the details, things start to get a bit different. So for young people, they want to broaden their horizon. Looking for new things, learning culture, expand their network, meet new people. That thing. But for older people, maybe, of course, they are looking for relaxation. Uh, they want to wind down a little bit. I mean, after all, they have spent all of their time working, so that is a nice thing. And also to have some kind of uh, refreshment, and especially for some Vietnam veteran that I have met, the which I mean the means the Americans who fought in the Vietnam War. I saw a lot of them came back to Vietnam to see what is going on in our country. What are the positive impact of tourism? So first of all, uh, economically, economically, tourism has been one of the uh, top uh, top economic product for a lot of countries, especially in Vietnam. Our tourism industry is really blooming at this point, and uh, the impact of tourism is that it also help us to exchange our culture with each other, to learn about each other, uh, you know, things, stuff. What about the negative impacts of tourism? First of all, pollution. The price of having such a powerful industry is that you emit a lot of trash and pollution to the planet. For example, one of the uh, most beautiful beach in Vietnam uh, is probably in Da Nang, if I recall them right. They have the government they have to shut it down because the amount of trash and litter there was too much for the beach, and so they have to shut it down and prevent any kind of tourists there. Is it important? And I know. Oh wait, and also, uh, some of the tourists may not respect the that country culture, and they might do some things that make people really disturb and irritating. Irritate. Is it important to speak the language of the country you are visiting? Well, I don't think so. At least if it is a short-term vacation. Honestly, 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 a lot of countries right now is using English. So, if you learn English, you can visit a lot of countries without need to, without learning their local language. But if you intend to stay for longer or even migrate to that country, then I highly suggest uh, these people to learn a bit about their language to first of all communicate and to survive there. Do you think traveling with friends is a good way to travel? Yes, I do think so. First of all, it is fun. Everyone knows it. It is always fun to have your uh, friends around, your best friend around, things like that. Go with you. You guys know how to work with each other, and you know, have fun time. If someone doesn't know English, then that one guy in the group can help them translate. You know, things like that. Why do people prefer to travel abroad rather than their own country? Well, there's a lot of reasons why people want to travel to another country. First of all, uh, people travel to different country to, of course, learn new culture, taste new food, visiting new place, monuments, learn about that country history, or probably even try to study abroad. Uh, but that was a little bit too far. However, uh, the main things that I want to say is that they just want to have a fresh, they want to have a refreshment. They want to try a new atmosphere, I think. Do you think it is good for children to experience life in a foreign country? Well, it's really depends on what you are trying to say here. For country like no, for developing country and things like that, it is not necessarily the best way because the education system, the quality, the life quality, things like that. But for the level developed country, it is might be good for your children because well they are the opposite of developing country. They have good education system, good health care, uh, yeah, good environment, things like that. That really plays a huge factor in a child development. Do you think it is safer to travel now than in the past? Of course, yes. Like let's take for example in the past, if you want to travel from Hanoi to Saigon, it will take years. It will take ages to go there by horse or boat because of course we don't have motor, we don't have car in the past. But now with cars, we only need about 2.5 days to reach Saigon, and with an airplane, we can travel to them in less than an hour. Also, plane is one of the safest means of transportation we have right now with the least casualty death rate in all of the vehicle. Why do you think people go on holiday? Like I say, to experience new things, to broaden the horizon, to experience different culture, different religions, and most of all, most important things is have fun. Why do some people go on holiday alone? I think, well, it's a really hard question actually. I think like for young people, they want to go alone, probably in a year gap, things like that to explore things themselves, to learn and have time for meditation, have time to rethink certain things and uh, get themselves together. What kind of holidays will be popular in the future? Well, this is actually a very interesting questions. I think in our far futures, when we have colonized moons, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, we will have space travel. So by that I mean that you know maybe a tour trip to the moon where anyone have their own astronaut suit and jumping around in low gravity, while in Earth and other planets maybe that have ecosystem and a habit uh, and actually have inhabitant there. Uh, First of all, I think that people there will be more environment sensitive. Now they know the effect that they did to the environment, things like that, and probably pollution free travel, crazy things about the future that I can predict. You know. What problems can people have on holiday in a foreign country? First of all, culture shock. I remember my first time went to Canada. It wasn't easy, uh, actually, even if I know English. So, in a lot of foreign countries, especially countries that follow capitalism, they have things called tips, which means that for most of the services, like table services, like cafe or massage, uh, you might have to pay. It's not really, uh, it's not a that you will be put in jail for not paying this, but it is a kind of encouragement, which is that in a bill you will have to pay. You can pay an extra percentage of that whole bill and give it to that employee, that person that you think they did a good job. And the tips was not necessary. It's not like you have to pay it. So when I went to a cafe for some coffee. After that, I gave the waiter my credit card, and to my surprise, the credit card in Canada, they actually uh, wipe out that 30% tips without your permission, because they can, so they just took it away, and I was upset about it. But uh, soon I learned my lesson, and after that, of course, I did not made the same mistake twice.